Yes, hey guys, and welcome back to another Access 72 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview, and I'm here with Joseph Abercrombie. Joseph, how are we doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, it's a rest day for me today. Back at gym tomorrow. In Johnny Edwards in Guildford City. Just looking forward to that now. So very ready to get back in the gym.
Of course, and so for anybody who doesn't know, am I right in saying you're a 20-year-old super lightweight who's 2-0?
Yep, true and oh yeah. I'm going to be a lightweight. I'm not going to be a super lightweight no more. On this fight, I'm fighting at the 11th of August. I'm fighting at super lightweight, and then after this fight, I'm going to lightweight.
Okay,
Yeah.
brilliant. And so we just kind of touched upon the present there. We'll touch a little bit more upon it in a minute, but just to kind of speak a little bit about the past, something which I always like to ask as a first question is, why did you start boxing?
When I start boxing, when I stop or start?
Start.
Yeah, I started because I've done since a little kid, about 7-year-old. I give up for about 2 years and then I come back. I have 33 amateur fights. I won a few national titles. I had 9 senior fights, 9 wins, 4 stoppages, so that was good too. And yeah, I just decided to go pro, and yeah, so the pro goes.
Of course, and so a question which I always kind of like to ask young, upcoming, especially in my opinion, British kind of boxers is when you're kind of like at this age of like maybe 20, 19, 18, I'm sure there's kind of lots of distractions in the outside world of like going out and partying and stuff like that, but what kind of keeps you focused and away from them kind of distractions?
I just don't. I mix with people what's in my group and what do boxing and trains and got the same motivation as me. I don't put myself nowhere near guys what obviously party life and do this and that as obviously knock off track. So I put myself around a circle like Dennis McCann,
Mm.
one of my good mates. He trains hard, I train hard. I train along with him too. So we've got both same motive, so it's good. It's good, yeah.
Of course, that's brilliant. And so why did you kind of end up turning professional when you did?
I just thought it was the right time. I'm a youngster, I'm only 20-year-old, but I thought it was the right time. I had 9 senior fights, 4 stoppages. I just thought it was the right time, and yeah, the right place, right time, and then I just turned pro. Obviously, I'm signed with, I'm managed by Johnny Edwards. I'm looking for a promoter now. I'm just waiting to see who I want to go with and who get the most fights a year. I want at least 4 or 5 fights a year. So whoever can do that really for me, I'd like to sign with. But just wait me time. I'm only young still, only 20, and yeah, see where it goes from there.
Of course, and so just to kind of speak about these two fights you've had, which one would you say that you've performed your best in?
The first fight was a guy called Kirk Stevens. He's from Telford.
Mm-hmm.
He was a he won the prize fighter.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first fight. He won the prize fighter. It was a tough fight, but I got through it. I learned a lot from that. I beat him 40 to 36 every round. So that was good. And the second fight was a guy called Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo something.
Mm-hmm.
He had 90 odd fights, so he was experienced, and it was a good learning fight too. But I was happy with both performance. Obviously, it's all learning at the minute,
Mm-hmm.
and until I step up, and then my skills will show, and everything will show.
Of course, and so would you kind of say with not just every fight, but every day in the gym, you are constantly improving?
Yeah, definitely. I've improved since my last fight. I've improved so much. So even in sparring, I'm sparring welterweights because super lightweights and lightweights can't get in with me because I'm just punching so hard at them,
That's
man. Just
great.
feeling so strong, feeling so good, and just yeah, just that's the truth. Yeah.
That's great. And so would you kind of say that now you've had these two professional fights, you're kind of more settled in and maybe feeling the nerves and the pressure a little bit less?
Yeah. The first fight was obviously I was very nervous. My first pro fight, but on my second fight I wasn't as nervous. But yes, obviously as you go through the fights, you get less nervous, and yeah, it's all good. So, but I don't really get, even when I was amateur, I didn't really get nervous. You just, obviously there's a lot of people watching you. That's the thing. I hold a big crowd. I sell maybe 250 tickets to 300 tickets. So there's a lot of people there. What I've got to impress, and obviously impress myself, and and just keep going through the rankings, and hopefully move titles, and go from there. Really, yeah.
Definitely. And so for yourself, I mean, like you've mentioned, you're quite young and you're at a good starting point in your career. And so, what would you say is your current motivation for the sport?
My motivation for the sport is obviously to be world champion one day. I believe that. I believe I will be world champion in time to come. I'm only a 20-year-old. I've just turned 20. I'm dedicated to the sport. I live for the sport. Everything I do is for the sport. I don't even work because all I do is put my life into boxing. And yeah, that's it really. So if I train hard and I'm motivated and with my skills and my power and everything was coming along with together, I believe I will be world champion.
Definitely, amazing. And so, of course, you've got a fight, I believe, August 11th.
Yeah, August 11th. I'm fighting a guy called Liam Richards. He's got like a tattoo on his back with wings. He's quite a tough man. He's only been stopped once. So he's only been stopped once. But I'm going in there, to be honest, for the stoppage, and I believe I can do it. So August 11th, I'm going to put a lot of fireworks into. I'm not going to look for it, but I'm going to put a lot of fireworks, and I'm going to hopefully go for the stoppage. Yeah, I can get the stoppage.
Definitely. And for yourself, the kind of generic question which everybody will ask, and that is kind of in general, how's camp been going, everything like that?
Camp's been going good. I meant to fight the 21st of July, I think it was. Yeah, 21st of July, that got cancelled. I was training for about 6 weeks then, up till then. That got cancelled, I think, about a week before. And then they moved it to 11th of August, and now I've got 2 weeks left. Well, just under 2 weeks. And camp's been going good. So I've been in camp about 10 weeks so far. Been sparring twice a week, once a week. I've been training hard. I've been on I'm on meal preps. I've got a nutritionist guy called Cole Evans. He's a great guy. He works with Liam Smith, Callum Smith, the brothers from Liverpool. Works with Piers O'Leary, Dennis McCann. Works with a lot of guys. I thank him for everything he's done for me. I should be strength conditioning coach Jordan from Maidstone. Works with Sam Noakes, Rico, and Carol. Jimmy Dean Wood works with all them too, so that's good too. Good strength conditioning. Been doing that twice a week, and camp's going good so far. I'm feeling strong, feeling ready, and August 11th I'll come.
Great. And so, I mean, like you've mentioned in a prior answer, you're kind of wanting to get out maybe 4 to 5 times a year. And so, I suppose when you are wanting to be this active, people always talk about camps and stuff like that. But are you ever really leaving the gym?
Never really leave the gym. No. What I do is I'll probably fight the August the 11th. I'll have a week off. I'll go on holiday, have a week off, just relax, and then I'll be back in the gym straight away. If I have a week off, then come straight back in the gym and get back on the preps again, and get back on the get back in the gym and look for the next fight.
Of course. And so, for yourself, kind of as a fighter, what would you say makes yourself interesting as a fighter?
I can do all of it really. I can punch, I can box, I can move, I can do everything. There's nothing really I can do. Obviously, it's all learning still. I'm a 20-year-old. I've got a lot of learning still, but I believe in time to come I will be world champion, and I think that's the way it be.
Most definitely. And you've kind of spoke about some of the people that you're sparring with and stuff like that, and we'll touch a bit more about that in just a moment. But just for yourself, kind of like stylistic wise, is there any kind of fighters you look around for that kind of stylistic inspiration?
I do like Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, I like him. He's a great fighter. Obviously Crawford, he boxed last night. He's another great fighter. What I look at. They're great guys. I look up to them. They're great. I learn a lot from them too. Floyd Mayweather, obviously, I learn a lot from him. So it's good. Yeah, I look at them, and I watch a lot of boxing. Anyways, I don't really watch films. I just watch boxing. That's what I watch really. Just keep learning, keep progressing.
Most definitely. And so, would you kind of say that you are like a student of the game?
Yeah, definitely. I'm in love with the game, and Um, really, it's not a game for me. Really, so it's a lifestyle.
Mm.
It's my life. Put my life on the line. Really, that's all I've got. Is boxing. So yeah, just keep every day in focus and keep training and keep enjoying it. And yeah, I never fell out of love with the sport really.
Mm.
Been there since 6, 7 year old. I 33 fights amateur, lost three. I won a few national titles at 9 senior fights, 4 stoppages, so that was good too. And then I decided to turn pro and see how the pro goes. But at the minute, so far so good. I'm feeling strong, feeling good. I'm only 20-year-old, and just keep moving forward.
Most definitely. And so, like you said, you kind of have sparred and your mates with Dennis McCann, and of course he's
Yeah,
got a fight coming up next month, and of course he's fighting Baluta, a big tough fight there. And what do you make of that? And of course, who do you think's going to win?
I think Dennis. I think he's gonna stop him. To be honest with you, I believe it. I believe so. I think late rounds he's gonna shock the world and he's gonna be the first one to stop Baluta. I believe that. I believe with the way he's been training and the way he's been hitting and the way he's been sparring, I don't think nothing's going to stop him at the minute.
Mm.
And I believe that.
Mm. Amazing. And so, I mean, just last night we saw Liam Davis versus Stephen Cunningham, and of
Yeah,
course Liam Davis got a great victory there, but it seems like
very
he
literally, yeah.
might be fighting McCann next. And how do you think that would kind of play out?
I think obviously let Dennis get through Blue first, and hopefully he'll definitely win that. I think. And then obviously fair play to Liam Davis last night. Got his got a first round stoppage, so that was good too.
Mm-hmm.
Hat off to him. But I think in time to come they will fight, and I think it'll be a great fight. But I think Dennis will. I think Dennis will beat him. Yeah, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
I believe with Dennis' skills and power and just the way he's at the minute, there's no stopping him.
Mm. Of course. And so, I suppose as that is such a kind of big domestic fight, and so was Cunningham versus Davis, to be fair, are you kind of looking around and seeing kind of McCann at that point and being like, oh, I'd love these kind of domestic fights, not too far away from myself, before, of course, you get them to their world level fights?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I look up and I think to myself, yeah, almost fighting for them belts, but there's no rush for me. I'm only a 20-year-old. I'm not 26, 27 in their age, so I can't really look at that point in a minute. I'm only a 20-year-old, so what I gotta do is gotta focus on myself, and it's like one road. Just focus on myself and don't look left, don't look right. Just focus on myself and just go for what I want to achieve out of boxing and what I want to do. I can't look at no one else. Just focus on my own self. But obviously, yeah, I do look up to them and fair play to them, and they've got the belts, and obviously, in time to come, I have them belts and hopefully be world champion.
Most definitely. And I suppose, like you've mentioned, you don't have to be in too much of a rush because of your age, and I suppose
Yeah,
is that like such a big benefit, because of course there are certain fighters that turn over a little bit later and are in a bit of a rush to kind of
yeah,
get to the top, and is that such a benefit to be able to take your time a little bit more?
yeah. It is. Yeah, of course it is. Taking me time yeah, it's good. It's good. Just keep learning, keep sparring, sparring top guys. I've done a few rounds with Piers O'Leary,
Hmm.
a great fighter again. Bang Bang they call him. He's from Dennis's gym.
Yeah.
I'll do a few rounds with Dennis, who obviously your best mate. Do a few rounds with him too, so that's good too.
Hmm.
He's very fast, so gets me thinking a lot. Joe Dino,
Mm.
I sparred him. 2x world champion,
Mm.
so that's good experience there too for me. And Louis Lin, another great fighter, Peacocks. Done a few rounds with them too. And the rest of the boys, I sparred before, but I can't mention it. I can't think of the names now. But yeah, I sparred so many guys. But yeah, them guys there obviously, yeah, they learn me a lot, and it's good. It's very good.
Mm. Definitely. And as you are kind of able to spar with these great fighters, compared to
Yeah,
some fighters that maybe struggle to get sparring, or because just where they are based and everything like that, and the options that they
yeah.
have, is it just that much of a kind of extra boost to yourself? And does it mean that you get to go into fights knowing that you're going to be able to beat these guys because you've fought even higher level
Yeah,
guys in the gym?
yeah. Of course. Yeah, I look at obviously the sparring where I've been sparring at the minute. I, I feel like at the minute there's no stopping me.
Mm.
I feel like there's no stopping me at all. But obviously I'm only young. I've got to just wait with time and time to come. Just keep moving forward and keep collecting belts, and yeah, just keep going.
Most definitely, amazing. Well, I'll leave with this final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
What do you mean? Sorry. What do you
So,
mean?
like your sponsors or your fans or anything like that.
Yeah. August 11th, I'll come. Watch our people coming for it. Hopefully, the stoppage will come. And yeah, just tune in, people.
Tune in indeed, amazing stuff.
Braveheart.
Yeah, indeed, mate. And so, thank you very much for doing this, mate. And best of luck with your upcoming fight. And maybe a little bit further along down the line, we can come and have you back on again.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Lovely
Thank
stuff.
you.
And so, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you need like the video. And thanks for watching. Alright.